Does your wife or your woman or your girlfriend or your significant other, female that is, fellas, does she please you? Does she please you aesthetically? Is she beautiful to you? Does she please you sexually in the bedroom? Does she please you with her intellect, her whimsical attitude or personality? Does she please you overall? This is my question that I'm asking you today, because I see so many guys who want to play the field, as it were, because some say it's not working out at home. How is it that when you meet someone, you fall in love with them, and over a period of time of being with that individual, it appears as though you fall out of love with that individual? And how can you make a statement that you love someone, that you even love their stink when you first meet them, and that you can't stand to be away from that individual? But 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years into your relationship, you can't stand that individual. You want to get out. You need an exit plan. Men, I'm talking to you right now. Why is that? What has that individual done to you to make you feel this way? What have you done, perhaps, to them to make them feel that way? I don't see, personally, how you can love someone, falling in love that is, and then fall out of love. Either you loved them in the beginning or you didn't love them. Where's the big turnaround at? Now, here's my take as it relates to relationships, men, and how we love our wives, women, and so forth. You love that individual, that woman, for who she is to you initially. If she has that beautiful body, voluptuous, banging when you first meet her, aesthetically on the outside, she looks beautiful and you love that. That shouldn't be the main reason you got together with her. Because did you not know that time will tell the story? Over a period of time, she's possibly going to gain some weight. Now, God forbid she have children, you know, for the most part, she will indeed gain some weight, some baby fat, or what have you. Might come a time in your relationship that she's not going to be as exuberant in terms of exercise, and she's going to slow down a little bit, whereas she may have been more active and wanted to be a go-getter and participating in sports with you and so forth, and that you're always out doing activities together, literally activities. She may have been that individual when you first met her, but she slows down after a period of time, especially 5, 10 years into your relationship. Maybe she has lost a little luster. Maybe her face has picked up a little fat. Maybe her hair has broken off a little bit and it's not as long as it used to be, not as shiny. Maybe she's even growing some gray hair. And these things may not be appealing to you, for whatever your reasons may be. Maybe she's not as sexually interested anymore because of hormonal changes, because those things can factor in as well. Maybe she's not as talkative to you about your own interest. Could be hormonal as well. It could be a little tension because of some experiences that you might be undergoing in your personal life. It could be financial issues. It could be that at one time you were doing okay, and because of the economy, because of you maybe losing your job or not having a great income, I'll put it like that for lack of a better expression or word right now. Maybe you don't make as much money as you did. Maybe you're having to work extra shift or overtime on a regular basis and you're sort of burnt out. Maybe she's not putting in any effort if she's not working. And she might be that stay-at-home mom. Maybe you don't like that fact. Maybe you want your wife or your woman to be out working and contributing financially. Could that possibly be the reason that you're turned off? Maybe she has her own income and she wants to keep the majority of her money. And you feel like all of the financial burden is on your shoulder and you have to tow that burden. You have to carry that burden, in other words. Is that a reason to leave her or to be unfaithful to her? I don't think so. You see, I learned something a long time ago. That love is unconditional. This is really interesting, this point here. And it's just simply this. I said love is unconditional, but we have to realize, as much as we say that we're grown, adults, mature, oftentimes we act like children, guys. We get into a relationship for all of the wrong reasons at the outset. And then all of a sudden, and that point or period of time can be a year, it can be 6 months for some people. And I've seen it happen. It could be 5 years, 10 years. Just all of a sudden we want to get out of the relationship or bail ship. You know, we made the choice initially. But the question is, what were you looking for in the first place? This is what you need to ask yourself. What were you looking for? Were you looking for a miracle situation? Something that was without challenge, without incidents, without the probability of problematic situations as you were developing as a couple? Did you not know that there was a process in being in a relationship? Or did you think it was supposed to be smooth all the way from beginning to end? If you thought the latter part, you're delusional. You have deceived yourself. You see, relationships is something that's supposed to be built. And in building a relationship, it's not supposed to be a positive thing on both sides. It's like building an edifice architecturally, a church, a bridge, a skyscraper. Sometimes you might run out of some material, so you run into a roadblock. You might get a little frustrated, but all you do is go back and do what you have to do, what you didn't do in the first place. Sometimes the weather will come and it's going to prevent you from any further progress. So you have to wait it off a little bit and then come back to it. Sometimes you might just get tired and you don't feel like working today. But you know that the most important thing is the end game, the end goal that I need to make this thing happen, because it's important if I want this building to be on a solid foundation as much as I possibly can. So if you want your relationship, your marriage, to be on a solid foundation, you've got to be solid. You have to be deliberate in your efforts. You have to understand what your reason is for establishing a relationship with this other human being is in the first place. And as I forestated, is it for looks only? Are you trying to say, well, her body is beautiful and that's the only reason I want to get with her? All the guys talked about her and she's turning heads every time she walks down the street. She wears these tight, form-fitting clothing, voluptuous body again, and her breasts are perky, large, double D's, double E's, or whatever. Is this the reason that you're getting together with this young lady? Well, that really shouldn't be the reason, because you're going to lose your luster after a while. the luster that you see in her, in other words, because she's going to get older. Things will change, as they will with you. But one thing never changes: if you had the right intent in the first place. Because if you had the right purpose in the first place, you're going to love that woman for however she is, and not just the outward adorning of her physical self and the clothing that she wears now. You're going to see way beyond that, without conditions. She could become crippled one day. Would you change your mind? She could become barren one day and may not be able to carry children. Would you change your mind? What if she lost her hair? What if she found out that she had cancer? What if she could not perform in the bedroom anymore, and that it's not exciting anymore to be around her? Is it really her, my friends, my brothers? Or is it really you? Love your woman. Love your wife without condition. The only real condition that you should have is your own mind. Condition this: make sure that you don't get someone else's hopes up, and that you don't deceive someone else. And I'm speaking about me and how you are looking at that woman in your life. Make sure that you don't lead her on, making her believe that you love her for all of the wrong reasons. Love her for the right reasons. And the right reasons come without condition. This is Brother Teacher. What is your condition? So long.